Well, yeah, but also at this point, part of that is that at this point in the game, I don't know if I can kill him early. Because you can't always count on killing them early with this. Like with this amount of stalkers, it doesn't matter that I'm hitting him now.
Yeah.
See, he's letting me hit him. But when you have 3 stalkers to 3 zealots, that does matter that you're hitting him. Because you will be able to kill the stalkers at the time. See, I do kill that stalker with those 2 zealots.
Okay, so right now you're just trying to hold him up as you're killing targeting probes, and he's not focusing.
So I know that with his warp gate research done, and 3 gateways to my 2 gateways, I think I have a 3rd gateway coming in now, that he'll be able to outproduce me eventually and hold this off.
Okay.
So instead of fighting him and to try to kill him because he didn't make enough gateways, here I use the fact that I have an early attack timing and he can't micro well to kill all of his probes.
Yeah.
So my advantage here is now that his income is 0 while mine is still, you know, off of whatever 22 probes.
Okay, and now I'm assuming you're sending these guys to suicide to hold them off, to hold this counterattack off?
Yeah, I just wanted to get time to, well, first I build another Nexus, and also I wanted to see if I could kill any more of his units. Which I may get that stalker, no I don't.
Okay, so now you're building another Nexus. Why? Just for increased probe production when he comes in and rapes you right now?
No, but that's part of my mid game plan, is that just to have, I'm set up with a I don't know if I'm going to live through this, honestly, but I'm set up with an expansion if I do.
Yeah.
Which I think there's a really good chance I can. I add a 5th gateway, so I have more gateways than I can produce off of, just to make units as fast as I can. I'm chrono boosting out of all of them.
Okay.
To keep up production. So really, this is a battle that's going to come down to the fact of, like, I can't beat him with what I have, so I need to make what I need to kill him, basically.
Yeah.
So if I can do that, then I'm going to have 2 bases, and he's going to have no units and no probes.
Okay, so it's preparing for the future.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. And honestly, I feel like this game would be interesting. Also,
one other point, and I know I'm cutting you off a little bit, but one other point is that, like, at that point in the game, I had a lot of minerals saved up because of the way that I was microing and how I was building. So, because I was only building from 2 gates, and saving up for an expansion. So, at that point with 400 minerals, there's very little that I could spend that money on right now that will help me more than getting an expansion. I'm building 1 or 2 zealots in each of my gateways.
Okay.
And I can't really invest it in tech that's going to come into play before he attacks me. Okay. The best thing really that I can do with that money would be either to get another gateway, which I already have 5, that's kind of overkill, or just get another Nexus, which is what I choose.
Cool. All right. Well, we already finished the main point I wanted of this game.
Yeah. Is how to kill stalkers with zealots.
Yeah.
You can do it in low numbers. Once it gets to higher numbers, it's harder.
Okay.
And if the stalkers outnumber the zealots, it's harder. But in an early attack like this, the stalkers alone can't defend against zealots, especially if your gateways outnumber their gateways.
Cool. God, we did so much early game Protoss. I hope you guys like Protoss now.
So what did you learn? What did you learn, Guns Akimbo?
I learned that Protoss versus Protoss is still stupid.
Yeah.
And that they should make a thing in Blizzard, a patch, that if Protoss goes against a Protoss, that they both blow up and both get losses.
Yeah.
But no, it's nice because even from a non Protoss player perspective, it's nice to understand the timings a little bit better. I feel like it's always, sometimes I'll play random and play other races just to get the timings down a little bit.
Yeah.
To understand how that timing window feels for each thing.
I mean, the thing to realize is how early these attacks are, and the takeaway points really are that if you get a gateway, the first thing you have to build has to be a zealot. Yeah. Like in PvP, you can't slouch on making your army. You have to start making your army right away. There's no window that you can tech first. Protoss is used to being able to muscle their opponents early game in other matchups and not worry about having to make lots of units constantly right away. But in PvP, you really need to worry about being able to outproduce your opponent early.
Okay.
And the other point is just to watch gateway counts. If they get 2 gates, get 3 gates, or get 2 gates if you want to try to tech. The general rule of thumb I feel like is if you want to tech or expand, you need to match their gateways, and if you want to be aggressive, you need to have more gateways.
Okay.
By 1 or more. So depending on what you want to do, if you want to defend, if you want to tech, just get 2 gates and then build your Cybernetics core.
So if you want to tech, just match them. If you want to try to go for the win and be aggressive, Or just be aggressive.
You know, or get that one gate core really early and get the sentry out right away to block your ramp.
Yeah.
If you want to go core off the gateway, you better get a sentry out.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, there's a potential that you could just auto lose.
And I'm sure you have to kind of master the early timing of getting the core as early as possible and having enough.
Oh yeah. You definitely.
It
Definitely depends on your game. Like in this game, I didn't get my core until I had I think 3 or 4 gates.
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'll get the core after I have 2 gates. It depends on how much the window of opportunity that you see that you have.
Yeah.
You know, because getting that core can make you lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It can make you lose either through the fact that you've invested so much in attacking, and you get to spend 150 on a core instead of another zealot that would have won you the attack.
Yeah.
And then they counterattack and kill you, or not getting that core can make you lose because you want to be defensive. You get a gateway and you get the core and you can't defend the attack that they do.
Yeah.
So really getting the core is, I think, the riskiest part of PvP, honestly. Actually, one game that I had against this player on ladder a few days ago, I actually used 2 gates against his gate core, and his response was like, "GG, serves me right for getting a core."
Yeah.
Getting gas on a core.
That's cool. That's interesting.
Yeah, you really have to focus on gateways until you're safe, I feel like.
Cool. I like it.
Cool.
All right. Well, we'll do ZVZ mirror matchups another time, I think.
Yeah.
All right. GG.
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 Oh, also, anyone who made it to the end of this episode, you're probably watching on our iTunes, a lot of you. Quick question. Would you guys want a separate HD version of the podcast on iTunes? Because I know right now all of our podcasts are low res for the iPhone, like 640 by 4 or something, because that's all that iPhone allows as far as I know. So just let me know if everyone who would want a separate podcast of the same thing but in HD for your iPad or for your computer, email me, because if I get enough emails, I'll talk to Starcraft.org and about funding the server space for all the extra HD quality videos, and if enough of you want it, I will create that for you. So let me know. Email me at amateurhour@starcraft.org. All right.
I like to be touched.
Me too.